Julio down by the schoolyard. Hello, everybody. What's up? Ooh. Ooh. Wait. Okay. Okay. Hi, Mary. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Pat. Hey, everybody. Welcome to this live stream lesson for me and Julio down by the schoolyard, Paul Simon. Good morning. How's it going? Good morning from Cambodia. Hello in Wisconsin, Sydney, and Pennsylvania. Yahoo! Hey, if you're tuning in, say, hey, what's up in the chat box? And or tell us where you're tuning in from. So this is kind of Paul Simon week around the uke revolution, the theme of the week. So today, me and Julio down by the schoolyard. If you're a patron, you already have access to the lesson for 59th Street Bridge Song. And that lesson will be released tomorrow or Sunday. I guess it's like Sunday for most people. Sunday for the public here on YouTube. So lots of fun songs from Paul Simon this weekend. If you want to, okay, wait. So in this lesson, I will show on the screen, I'll show you guys how to play the basics, like the verse and the chorus. And then I'll get into the tricky kind of intro strum thing because it's got a really fun strum, but it's a bit tricky, just the intro part. And you can play that strum throughout the rest of the song. I like to play the verses and the chorus part with like island strum because you can. It's just more comfortable for me to play. But I am going to show you like the tricky strum rhythm for the intro. It's pretty fun. What else are we going to do? Hold on one second. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to put the chords on the screen for the verse and chorus. And I'm going to put the chords over the lyrics for the first verse, so you can kind of give you like a demo of that and just go over some other stuff that's on the PDF song sheet. The song sheet is available for patrons. Actually didn't put it on Gumroad yet, but I'll do it later. Yes, if you want to check out what is available on Patreon and join so you can get access to all of the play-along materials, the links are in the caption. And I want to say many thanks to my VIP patrons and to all my patrons for supporting the Uke Revolution and making these live stream lessons possible. If you want to get some exclusive content and support the channel, this is the best way to do it. Yeah, and it has the arrangement with all the notes for me and Julio down by the schoolyard. So we're gonna get into that with the verse chords. So there's not any weird chords, so I didn't make a chord shape image, but I'll kind of touch on some of these briefly. The song has a divided beat. We can use island strum for most of it. I'll get into the jaunty strum later. So for the verse, so this is any of the storytelling part. The mama pajama rolled out of bed and ran to a police station. A beat a beat a doo doo shoodly doo. Who just said good afternoon? Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Okay, for the verse, we have an uneven. Wait, it's an even number. We have kind of an odd number of bars. There's 10 bars in the verses, which gives it this like kind of skippity jump feeling. They actually notate it like in regular notation with half bars a couple of times, but it's a little bit just confusing. So I've made it 10 bars. So in between each of these forward slashes is 4 beats. So we're gonna play A for 3 bars, 4 beats each. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D for 2 bars, so 8 beats. E for 3 bars, and then back to A for 2. So usually song parts, like generally in modern pop music, song parts have a number of bars that's divisible by 4. So it'll be 8 bars or 12 bars or 16. So it's kind of odd to have 10 bars in a verse. And that's what, like I said, gives it kind of this skippity jump, jaunty feeling at times. So if we play this verse part with island strum, down, down, up, down, up, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. A, D, E, back to A. And on this last bar of A, I like to stop on the first down strum because then we're leading into the next part. In this case with verse 1, it's the, it was against the law. Or it leads into the I'm on my way. So if you do this little, on those last 2 bars with the A, down, down, up, down, I'm on my way. To give you a nice little break in the action before the next part of the song starts. The verse tag that's here, this is the, it was against the law part, and it only happens one time. It's only part of one verse. So I separated it from like the verse structure just to make it its own thing because it only happens that one time. So that's the, it was against the law, it was against the law. I forgot my lips. It's early. I'm still getting my face to wake up here. So for the verse tag, we've got E. Ooh, something weird is happening with my sound. Okay. For the verse part, we've got E for 2 bars, A for 2 bars, and then we repeat that. And my drift is off again. Just a second. Okay. So this verse tag will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. E, A, E, A. With the lyrics, let's put up a little E. So we can do one. I'll do one little demo here for the hi. Hold on. I'll do one little lyric and chord demo here for those of you who are tuning in and don't have access to the PDF. If you want to get a screenshot of these chords, you can for your notes later. For these verse chords, I'll put them down here. And I'm going to play this. Just ignore the intro for right now. This is like basically like a screenshot from part of the PDF. Let me do that. Okay, there we go. So just starting on verse 1 with Mama Pajama. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 on the A. The Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to a police station. Papa found out, he began to shout and started the investigation. It's against the law. It's against the law. What the mama saw, it was against the law. And then we're to the next verse. So if you want to get a little screenshot of any of this, go ahead. The A and the D that are on the end of the line, this is to remind you that those chords are kind of held for a little bit longer than you might expect. Those are like the extra bars that make it 10. That make it 10 bars total. Let me see. Okay, there's one note on the, let me think. Okay, I have one note on the song sheet about alternate D and E, like variations, and they're really kind of for the intro because the intro is so jaunty and quick to play. But I'll give you them anyway in case you want a substitute for the E. You can play an E sus4. It's almost like a power E with a suspended 4. So it is the top two strings, the G and C strings of the 4th fret, and the E and A strings open. It's not accurate for the original, but it's going to make playing the intro a little bit easier when we get to that. So that's an option for the E. And you can use it, like you can use it in the verse. It'll sound fine. It's just not going to sound 100% like the original. Okay. I don't know what's up with my sound. It keeps like skipping out in my earphones. And it's gonna drive me nuts. Okay, so let's look at, I'm gonna take these chords off the screen. Last chance for these. There'll be playback of this anyway, if you wanna catch it later. So let's look at the chorus. This is the, I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. And I'll leave it over here. So for the chorus, yeah, it's a bit long. We've got D for 2 bars, A for 2 bars, D for 2 bars. Then we're going to have A for 2 beats and B7 for 2 beats, and then E for 1 bar. So these bars that have fast changes, you can use a down-up chunk strum, down-up chunk, down-up chunk, A, B7, A, B7, down, up, chunk, 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 down, up, chunk. Or you can just strum down once each, A, B. Because this song is pretty fast, so for some of these faster changes, you might only want to use one down strum for each of these chords that has 2 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Third line, D for 4. Then we have a bar of only 2 beats. It's a half bar for G. So this G is only 2 beats before moving to A for 2 bars. D, G, G, A. That's Queen of Corona. The last 2 lines, we're moving chords really quickly for a while. So all of these have 2 beats, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E. And we play that line 2 times. I believe in the last verse, or the last chorus, they add another one. I think it's 3 times. It's the same line repeated. And these, I definitely use 1 down strum each because you're moving so fast. I mean, you don't really have much time for anything else. So this is the me and Julio down by the schoolyard part. What was I going to say about it? I can't remember. I can't remember. It'll come back to me. So I'm going to play these chords for you. You can follow along if you want to. On the regular bars, I'm doing island strum, down, down, up, up, down, up. And on the bars with faster moving beats, I'm going to use 1 down strum for each chord. But we'll go pretty slowly this practice time around. 1, 2, 3, 4. D, A, D, A, B7, E, D, G, A, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E. This would be a good spot to use that substitute E, which I'm doing with my thumb right now. Even this E, I still play with my thumb. Hi, JC Toad, welcome. Yeah, I'm gonna play this really slow again because when I got to the 3rd line, I'm like, this practice might be a little too fast. That 3rd line is down, down, up, up, down, up, down. It's like you're tripping over the G. It's like a little trip up. You didn't see it coming. 2, 3, 4, D, A, D, A, B, 7, E, D, G, A, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E. Ta-da! Okay, let me put up the lyrics for you and have a little practice go with the lyrics as well. Ta-da! There they are. So this is the first time the chorus comes around. Bum, 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 bum. There you go. Oh, you still see my hand in my bed, of course. You can even see my AC remote this morning on the bed. Look closely. Can you spot it? Oh, 1, 2, 3. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. I just realized a mistake. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I think I might have done something wrong on this arrangement for the third line, but I want to check it. Let me see. Wait, taking my time, but I don't know where. Back to Rosie, Queen of Corona. Yep, I did. I did. Okay, so there's not a bar of 2. Dang it. Let me see if I can, really quick, amend this situation. So this should be, I don't know, I have to go back and check. I thought I checked all of this with Paul Simon last night. I thought I had it right. Rosie, Queen of Corona. So I think this may be that bar of G is actually 4, and it starts with D. I think it's 1 bar of D, and then D for 2 beats and G for 2 beats. Dang. Yeah, I might have to go back and addendum this, do a regular lesson for this, just to make sure. I could be playing something earlier wrong. So this D we're doing for 2 beats longer than I have notated in here. So I'm going to take these off. Yeah. I'm going to play through the chorus one more time, if you want to follow with me. And then I'll get into the intro and outro riff, like kind of the famous-ish guitar riff that's in this song. 1, 2, 3, I'm on my way. Don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. I just played that wrong. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. A, D, A, E. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. And I just remembered what I was going to say. Other strum stuff for these fast-moving parts. So you may have noticed I was doing 2 down strums for all of those little chords. That's one option. A, A, G, G, D, D, E, E, A, A, D, D, A, A, E, E. Or you can strum it. Ah, my sound. Hang on. Okay. Or you can strum it down, up, chunk, 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 down, up, chunk. A, G, D, E. A, D, A, E. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio. I keep playing a D instead of a G. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. So that starts getting me into the intro riff a little bit. Okay, I'm going to turn this off, this lyric and chord thing, in 3, 2, 1. Da-ding. Okay, this intro, the intro to this song, I actually had to look it up. It is a guitar. It sounds so much like a ukulele, and I think they were kind of going for that feeling a little bit, actually, like the way that they edited the guitar sound, and it's all on like 3 strings. I'm like, wait, is this a ukulele song? But it's actually a guitar. So this like repeated riff, we just saw it at the end of the chorus, between the me and Julio down by the schoolyard lines. This A-D-A-E thing that keeps happening, this is how the song opens. And the simplified kind of version of it is that it's A for 2 beats, D for 2 beats, A for 2 beats, E for 2 beats. A, D, A, E, A, D, A, E. That's kind of the simplified version. If you don't want to play like the complicated strum, then you can just play A for 2, D for 2, A for 2, E for 2. My sound is driving me crazy this morning. Okay. Or we can do this jaunty strum rhythm. So we're actually going to start on the and of 4. And the first half of this we have up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk. We're just going to practice that part first. Up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk. And we were kind of doing it just a second ago with like alternate strum patterns for the end of the chorus. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk. Just on the A and the D. And I'm using an alternate D. I can't remember if I said this one earlier. I know I said the E one. I don't think I did. For this intro riff thing, if you want to make it a little bit easier for yourself, you can use the E that I mentioned before. That's the top 2 strings of the 4th fret. And for the D, you can use a 2-finger position, which is the G and the C of the 2nd fret. So when you're moving around, you've got A here, 1st fret C string, 2nd fret G string. It makes it a little bit easier to navigate these like really quick changes. A, D. And for the D, I'm just putting down my ring finger on the C string of the 2nd fret. A, D, A, and then you can slide up for the E on the top 2 strings of the 4th fret. If you'd like to, I still do like muscle memory, just moving these 2 fingers around, but if you'd like to do this kind of change using your ring finger, this is also possible. It's a little bit more efficient. I just end up using muscle memory with the piece fingers. A, D, A, E. Yeah, I know. Thanks, JC Chode. It's that I have drift correction on, so there's like a lapse between when the information gets into my computers to what you guys hear and what I hear in my headphones. Like I'm hearing what you hear in the headphones, but I'm also hearing myself do it in real life. And the drift correction keeps, there's a little thing you can turn on so it closes that gap. So I'm not hearing myself like in echo form all the time. And it keeps switching off. I don't know why. It keeps getting like tripped off. And all of a sudden I'm hearing myself like once and then like 0.001 second later, and it's really annoying. It's really annoying, so I keep having to fix that. Because otherwise I start talking weird, like I'll start slowing down until I hear myself the second time in the monitor. It just messes up my rhythm. Oh, technology. Technology. Isn't it amazing that we're all tuning in together from all parts of the world and hearing and seeing things like on a screen? What? So sometimes there's a little hiccup for me. Okay. So this intro riff, I put the chords under where they go in this drum pattern. And if we're starting on the and of 4, back to that little up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk. So we're practicing like just the first half of this on the A and the D. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 1, 2, up, down, up, chunk, 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 up, down, up, chunk. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up. The next little part of it makes it a bit trickier. The other part, DB said this was me on the phone with the car insurance yesterday. I could hear myself like 2 seconds later. That would be, that's a long time to wait for the, 2 seconds is actually a long time when you're listening for stuff. Okay. And then the second part of this is from that up on the and of 4, that up on the A, the and of 4 on the second bar, like right in the middle. I'm pointing at it with my cursor, but I'm the only one that can see it. We've got up, 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 down, up, chunk. We've got a little trip in the middle of the strum rhythm. And this was the trickiest part for me. Yesterday I was like practicing this, because this strum is not really like natural for me. So I've been practicing this a lot with this up, 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 down, up chunk. Let me show you what the whole thing looks like and sounds like. And then we'll slowly do that up, 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 down, up, chunk, up part. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, 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 down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, 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 down, up, chunk. It's like we're not used to this whoop, whoop with the up strum. So it sounds cool, but it's a bit tricky to get the first time. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, up, 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 down, up, chunk. And then we're back to the beginning of it. This chunk that comes on the 2 right before the E chord, it's mostly like incidental. It may be that like your hand motion happens to do a chunk. It may be that you don't make a sound there. It's fine. It's totally fine. But if it happens, that's why I notated it. Just that part, the up, 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 down, up, chunk, up, 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 down, up, chunk, up, 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 down, up, chunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 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 down, up, chunk, up, up, down, up, chunk, up, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, A, E, up, down, up, chunk. It's tricky. Basically, we've got the whole thing the same time. The whole thing at the same time. The same thing the whole time. It's that up, down, up chunk with a little trip up here in the middle with that up, up. So really slow, the whole thing. Oh, my sound's messing with me again. Don't do it, man. Please, I don't want to hear myself in stereo sound right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, up, down, up, chunk, 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 up, down, up, chunk. Last time. It might help if we all say whoop whoop on the up up. I can only see part of that tip from Demi, and then so I thought it was gonna say it might help if we all say up up on the up up. Yeah, because it does help to say the strum pattern while you do it when you're practicing it. But whoop whoop, yes, that would help you to remember that it's a that it's a weird whoop. It's a weird up. It's a weird up moment. An awkward up moment. Up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. And Johnson, a hello from, oh God, I'm going to say it wrong because I'm American. I'm like Norwich. It's not. Norwich. Okay, so the thing is, this song is quite fast. I had to fix it again. This song is quite fast. So in real time, when you've practiced this a lot, like I did last night till it drove me crazy, and you play it up to tempo, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's really fast, but it's fun and it sounds like jaunty and cool. So we like it. And you can use that strum. I think in the original production, they use that strum the whole time. It's really hard for me to manage the lyrics with that strum pattern. And when we get to the verse and the chorus, we're holding chords for a much longer time, right? So it's just more efficient. It's safer for me, and more comfortable for me to stick to like an island strum in the verse and the chorus. But I'll tell you what you can do, because we have to do this at the end of the whistle chorus. I didn't even get to that yet. You can do that strum if you want to. In the verse, when we have that extra bar, the D and the A that are on the end, like on the end of the lyric lines, in between lyrics, if you want to strum down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, to make a little bit of like suspense or whatever, drama, you can try that. And that will sound like this. And I'm going to put it back on the screen. There's kind of like a lot of little tiny things happening in this song. Like it's fairly straightforward, but there's just some things happening that we can kind of add a little something to if you want, or you can keep it simple. Let me show you what I mean with this strum thing. Verse one on the thing. 1, 2, 3. Mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. What found out? He began to shout and started the investigation. And we stop on the A. So this second bar of D, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. pajama, rolled out of bed, and she ran to the police station. You're rolling towards that police station. Let me show you the jaunty intro. This is the simplified version. If you're not going to do the crazy strum, then you can do the strum like we did in the chorus. This is that little riff, A, D, A, E. You can do just down strums, A, D, A, E for the intro, or you can do down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk, down, up, chunk. Or you can do island strum and you're splitting it up. Down, down for the first chord in the bar, up, up, down, up for the second one. A, D, A, E, A, D, A, E. But I want to demonstrate if you're doing the intro with the crazy strum we just went over and then plowing right into the verse. Yeah? So I'm going to play this intro little set of chords 6 times as noted here, and then do the first verse, and you can follow along with me if you'd like. And we're almost to playing the whole thing all the way through. But I need to touch on the whistle solo real quick. What am I doing? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, up, down, up, chunk, up, down, 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 chunk, up. Is that 4? Mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. Papa found out, he began to shout and started the investigation. Stop, it's against the law. It was against the law. What the bomber saw, it was against the law. I feel like I can do that better. I'm going to do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the intro, the weird intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, chunk, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, down, chunk, down, chunk, up, down, chunk, down, chunk, down, chunk, up. 2 more, right? Up, down, chunk, Baba pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. Papa found out, he began to shout and started the investigation. It was against the law. It's against the law. What the mama saw, it was against the law. Hey, that's not even really up to speed, I don't think. It's such a fast song. It's lots of storytelling. So for me, I've tried to focus on the storytelling and less on like doing the really hard thing, doing the really hard playing thing. Did it again. Did it again. Yeah. For me, it's like focus on the storytelling. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to talk about the whistle solo, the whistle chorus really quick, and then we're going to play the whole thing. So the whistle chorus is actually the chorus chords, these ones. It's a solo chorus with a whistle, and at the end we're adding 3 beats of E, and it's that same kind of down up down up down up like suspense thing that I just showed in the verse with the A chord. What chord is that? I don't know. D chord. So we're going to add, this is on the PDF. If you have the PDF, this is notated. We're going to add 3 beats of E at the end of this. Down, up, down, up, down. So this last two at the very end, we're already doing that down, up strum for these 2 beats. And then there's 3 more before going into the last verse, the 3rd verse. So that last line will sound like this. A, G, D, E, A, up, down, up. Down, up, down, up, down. Down, up, down, up, down, up. If you happen to do an up in the last one, it's fine. 1, I'm going to do it again. Play it again. 2, 3, 4, A, G, D, E, A, D, A, E, down, up, down, up, down, up. Whoa, in a couple of days, come to take me away. I mean, this part of the song, the whistle chorus, you may or may not even include that when you're playing anyway. But just to let you know, if you're playing along with the original track, and this is in the original key, there's an extra little bit of E there. There's an extra 3 beats of E before they go into the last verse. And it's going to trip you up. It's tricky. I'm still practicing getting it in time with the song. Okay. I think that's it. I'm going to play the whole thing from the top. So I'm going to play it once, like pretty slow, and then have a little like water break, and then play it again faster. And I'm going to put up, for anybody who's tuning in without, who's not a patron, I'm going to put these chords up. And I'll like yell at you when one of these parts is coming up. The verse tag is only on the first verse. It was against the law part. Okay. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee. I got this like bougie soccer mom tumbler thermos thing, and I've like for wine, but I've I've only been using it for coffee because I'm like, oh my God, this keeps my coffee hot for like hours. I thought I was gonna just use it when I went to the beach at sunset for my wine to keep it cold, but no, it's turning out to be like the coffee thermos. It's so handy. It's not a product spot, I swear. Okay, I've got my little thing ready on my lyrics. So I'll do the crazy strum for the intro, but if you just want to strum these down, that's fine. Down, 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 down. Okay, here we go. Pretty slow. This will be the blues version. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, down, 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 up, down. 3, 4. Mama pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. We're on the verse, by the way. Papa found out, he began to shout, and it started the investigation. It's against the law. It was against the law. What the mama saw, it was against the law. Verse 2, the mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. It's like the country version. The papa said, oh, if I get that boy, I'm gonna stick him in the house of detention. I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. CB and Julio down by the schoolyard. A-D-A-E. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. On the chorus, the whistle chorus. out or still whistling, right? I forgot about the 3 beats. Verse 3. Oh, in a couple of days to come to take me away, but the press let the story leak. The radical priest come to get me released. We was all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way. Don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. Taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Down, 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 up, up. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. And then we've got this this little riff. They have like an extended kind of jam thing to fade out. So you can play the outro chords as much as you want and end on A. You know what? You end on whatever you want to, but standard wisely, we're going to end on A. You do whatever you want. I'm still trying to figure out if I have the Goodbye to Rosie part notated right or not. I think I might be coming in late with the singing, and that makes it actually 1 bar of D. I have to go back and check it. I gotta go back and check it. Okay, that was the country shuffle version. Now we're gonna do it up to speed. I'm gonna do as fast as possible at kind of the regular speed of the original production. And it might be a total mess, and that's okay. Sometimes it's fun. What did I used to call this? I had some videos that were like uke freak out or something. It's like, just like rock out. Don't worry about messing things up or missing things, like just to kind of go crazy. Let's go crazy a little bit and just like play wildly with abandon, with abandon and without worrying about, oh, I did this here and that here, because this is a fast song. So we're going to plow through it at like turbo speed and just do it. Do your thing. If you get lost, you could say that intro thing, that ADAE, is like the home base for this song, but it's kind of a like frantic sort of home base. So I think if you want home base for this song, the place that you go to if you lose your way, just play A. You can play those riff chords, but it's a bit like hectic. It's a bit of a hectic place to go for home base. We want home base to be like cozy and comfortable. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have uke freak out. Balls to the wall, tits out, everybody, let's go. The turbo version. Yep. And I will probably not strum. I'll probably just slip into whatever strum is comfortable for me in that intro part, but I'm going to try to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, here we go. Rode out of bed and she ran to the police station. Pop found out, he began to shout and started the investigation. It's against the law. What mama saw, it was against the law. What the mama saw was against the law. Mama looked down and spit on the ground every time my name gets mentioned. The papa said, oh yeah, forget that boy, I'm gonna stick him in a house detention. I'm on my way, don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way. Take my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. In a couple of days, come take me away, but the rest of that story leak. When the radical priest come to get me released, we was all on the cover of Newsweek. I'm on my way, don't know where I'm going, I'm on my way. Take my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye to Rosie, Queen of Corona. See me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Yeehaw! Yeah, tits up. Have y'all watched The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel? She and her manager end up using that line as like I think they learn what it means. Like it's kind of like but like this the ship has sunk, isn't it? Sort of thing. Like it's like tits up, tits up. But it's like, yeah, you're floating, your boat has sunk and now it's floating. But they would use it as like a get hype thing. They're like, yeah, get out there, tits up. So I've taken to using it the same way. I feel like I had a note about this song and now I can't remember. About something that happened when I was playing and I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can be like, tits up, like, forward, like the maidenhead of a ship, tits up into the horizon, adventuring forth. But you might end up tits up in the other way. This live stream's going to be flagged now because I've said the T word a lot. Okay. I'm trying to think if I have notes. I feel like there was something I was going to say. I can't remember. It's such a fun song to play. Like, just have fun with it. Fortunately, Paul Simon gives us a little bit of a break on, like, the verse. You can kind of settle in a little bit. But when I was looking at this initially, I'm like, oh, this is pretty straightforward. Oh, you know what, J.C. Toad, I think you're right. It refers to death. Like the bug on the back kind of thing. Yeah, the dead bug lying on its back. Anyway, it's all made up, so just choose what you want it to mean and use it with conviction. Tits up! What was I trying to say? Yeah, this is just another like example of the genius musicianship and musicality of Paul Simon. On the surface, some things about this song seem pretty straightforward. There's not like a lot. There's 5 chords in it. There's not a lot of weird chords. But he's doing some really interesting stuff like structure-wise and rhythm-wise. And we love it. We love it. The same kind of thing happened when we did You Can Call Me Al. It's like, on the surface, it seems pretty straightforward. And he does give you these moments where it's like, okay, I can settle in here, I can relax, I understand this. This is so familiar. And then he just turns on a dime and he's like, sucker. You thought I was going to make this easy for you. Ha ha, you were wrong. And that's why it sounds so cool. Let's see. We could play. It's the end of the hour, but I'm just hanging out now. That's me and Julio down by the schoolyard. But where is You Can Call Me Al? We can play You Can Call Me Al. The lesson for... I'm not going to get into 59th Street Bridge song right now because the lesson for it's coming out tomorrow, or if you're a patron, you already have it. But I'll just play. This has a bunch of stuff going on. But we're just going to play You Can Call Me Al because it's a Paul Simon live stream. Call me out. Call me out. I know what I was going to say. Okay, if you ever have to do a whistle solo with a microphone, do not whistle directly into the microphone. This is why, I think this is part of why I started playing mouth trumpet. Because it's easier than doing a whistle solo on stage. If you whistle into a mic, you're just going to hear a bunch of wind noise. This is your performer tip of the day. If you have to do a whistle, you do it sideways. And even then, I start whistling reverse, like inhale whistling instead, just to make less wind noise on the microphone. Because if you whistle directly at the microphone, it's going to just be like 90% blowing. So you've either got to perfect your inhale whistle, which is really difficult to do, or whistle sideways, please. Please do not whistle directly onto a microphone. Blowing, a lot of blowing on a microphone will eventually damage it. You don't want to do that. The same thing with tapping. If someone ever asks you to to test a microphone, do not hit the microphone. You can damage the inside. And if this microphone is taking like a year of people just testing it by whacking on it, like it's not a Nintendo. Don't just talk into it, because this is not the sound that's going to be happening to the microphone anyway. Nobody wants to test that sound. Boom, boom, boom. No, just say, hello, check. 1, 2, hello, hello, can you hear me? Don't hit the microphone. Every time people get up and they're like, like, stop damaging your equipment. Okay, You Can Call Me Al. Verse riff repeated. Let me see. In the verse, like to play G minor 7. Okay, yep. I'm just going over some of my own notes here before I try to play this. Okay, we'll be doing that. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm playing these little simplified intro chords. down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle now? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a full opportunity. I want a shot at redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, dark in the moonlight, yeah. Far away in my well-lit door, Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me, you know. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. But if you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. My sound thing messed up again. I gotta fix it. It's driving me crazy. Dang it. Okay. Verse 2. F. A man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention now? Got a short little span of attention now. Oh, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone. Duck back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along and along there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations. If you be my bodyguard, I can be a long-lost pal. I just realized these chords are still on. Can you give me a second? Because I don't want people to get confused about this. Okay. On the chorus, if you be my bodyguard. If you be my bodyguard, I can be a long-lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. Oh, that's the other one. Wait. F. I don't remember the flute solo. Isn't it just the riff? Speaking of not whistling directly into a microphone. F, C, B flat, C, F, C, the interlude. I'm gonna turn my page. B flat, C, F, C, B flat, C. Verse 3. A man walks down the street. It's a street in a strange world. Maybe it's the third world. Maybe it's his first time around. He doesn't speak the language. He holds no currency. He is a foreign man. He is surrounded by the sound. Cattle in the marketplace, scatterings in orphanages. He looks around and around. He sees angels in the architecture, spinning in the infinity. He says, amen, hallelujah. If you be my bodyguard, I can be a long-lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. If you be my bodyguard, I can be a long-lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. It's a lot. And we end on the F. Oh my God! Ow. My neck muscles getting a little tense from going like this, which I really shouldn't. You relax my shoulders. Shoulders down, just like in yoga. Now, I just forgot to turn off the me and Julio chords. The You Can Call Me Al has a lesson from a previous live stream that has the chords on the screen, I think. If you search on the channel, you can find it. But just because it's a Paul Simon live stream, I thought, we'll play this other Paul Simon song that's in the library. And then tomorrow, 59th Street Bridge song will be public for YouTube, or on Sunday. It's Saturday here, so tomorrow is Sunday for me. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it for today, you guys. I'm trying to think if anything else is coming up. I mean, the Wednesday live stream's coming up. That's about it. That is it. If you haven't clicked the like button yet, please click the like button for me if you don't mind before the stream's over. And I'll see you guys on the flip. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out and making music to raise the global vibration around the world. That's all I was going to say. Happy strumming, stay funky, and I'll see you next time. Bye.